I have to say it, I absolutely love Rocket League guide YouTubers. In fact, SpookLuke might be straight up, hands down, one of my favorite YouTubers to watch at the moment. I mean, this type of content is just not clickbaity, it's original, and most importantly, it's very, very helpful. I can't do this. But I respect it. I mean, SpookLuke has made a lot of money from it. I mean, that's the truth. That is the end goal ultimately for these YouTubers. But the whole point, the whole running theme of me making this video is to kind of emphasize the fact that there's so many better alternatives and there's so many better ways to learn Rocket League, to get better at Rocket League. I'm not going to say I'm one of them. Believe me, this is not an ad for myself. I'm just sharing my opinion, to be honest. And the main point for me, which I always ask myself, is this video useful? Like when I'm watching a guide video, right? Even when I used to watch SpookLuke some years ago, once upon a time, I need to ask myself, am I getting any value from this information? Is this coaching or YouTube coaching actually useful to me? Is this replay analysis useful? There's so many different aspects that you have to consider if you're trying to improve in Rocket League, and sometimes when you consume this kind of clickbaity, oversampled content basically, which has been made specifically to attract lots of clicks and has been edited in a way so that it can attract decent watch hour, watch time, so that they can make extra money off it. I mean, get the ad rolls, mid-roll ads, all that kind of stuff, all that lovely stuff. And that's the whole point of these videos. This is the whole point of SpookLuke existing. It's the whole point of many other channels of this genre doing their thing. I mean, look, I get it, I respect it to some extent, but a lot of people in plat, I think, and gold, you know, the typical casual players, we must say, are definitely getting kind of disillusioned because I feel that they don't teach you the game in a way that's actually meaningful. The coaching courses that you'll be offered, the $70 coaching courses guys like Musty offer, will not give you actual value because, first of all, you're not exactly catered. I mean, the coaching course is not exactly catered towards you. It's catered towards everyone. It's catered towards the entire casual player base. It's catered towards plats, diamonds, gold, silvers. That's a problem. You're going to get generalized advice from these guys who, let's be honest, don't really care if you do well or if you improve after you buy the course. The whole point is you click the course, you buy it, you add to basket, there you go. Go to checkout, give me your money, and that's that. Now I'll give you some generic surface level advice for an hour. And within that hour, you'll go from gold to SSL. Just trust me, bro. And it's not like a beef. It's not a beef I have against these YouTubers. I mean, they all do their thing. I just think that it's such repetitive content and such a waste of, I guess, good. I mean, have you seen the way SpookLuke edits his video? I mean, his editing team edits his videos. I just think they're very well edited. They have very good thumbnails, clickbaity, albeit, but, you know, good thumbnails. And yet it's just all put towards making the same reformatted tips every single video, making and advertising courses. Guys on Fiverr doing the same thing as well, and just in a slightly different format. I mean, have you seen Fiverr? Have you seen Rocket League Fiverr? It's basically just coaching, boosting, coaching. And I mean, obviously, it's the biggest service to offer, right? From Rocket League. The problem is, once again, the advice you're going to get from these guys, each and every one of them, is going to be either too surface level or way too micro analytical. I've seen guys who go into so much detail where eventually you lose the essence of what they're trying to say. That happens quite a lot. I mean, even I will go on long rants where I'm like, I'm going to be talking about something to someone and then I'll be overanalyzing and eventually it loses purpose, it loses meaning. This is what happens with some people in coaching, and sometimes the opposite happens. Sometimes they don't go into enough detail. This is a problem with coaching for Rocket League, in my opinion. And this is a problem with a lot of guide YouTubers and coaching in general, really, for Rocket League. I just think there's not enough essence. There's not enough, let's say, meat and potatoes, really. Not enough tasty stuff in there, basically, to justify clicking, buying courses, listening to these guys speak. You'll hear like SpookLuke talk to some pro player, and then pro player will say like, this is why you need to breathe, and then SpookLuke will be like, oh wow, I've never thought of that before. It's like, bro, he said the most surface level thing ever, and you're trying to sell it off as if it's actual good advice. I mean, this is the type of content I talk about. This is the type of content I absolutely despise. I don't hate it, but I just kind of despise it, you know. It's a different thing, right? I mean, I never want to make any more coaching content. I don't want to try make this genre for a reason. And honestly, I prefer having some sort of satirical tone to my channel and a light-hearted and honestly just an entertaining tone. Ultimately, I try make some entertaining videos. I know I can't always succeed, but ultimately I gave up on this kind of genre of guide videos on how to do this, how to get better, how to rotate, how to have better decision making. This genre is ultimately pointless. It's ultimately a black hole for loads and loads of videos of just repeating the same thing over and over, and frankly, just pointless content to make. I mean, there's only so much guide videos you can make before you get so repetitive that you lose yourself and, you know, your content goes down the drain. A little bit like SpookLuke, who, let's be honest, isn't the most original of YouTubers. I know I've spoken about him a lot, but I mean, he's literally on the thumbnail, guys. I mean, of course I'd speak about him. And I know I'm not being too serious. I mean, people might take me way too seriously in this video. Ultimately, it was a little bit of satire. I'm not, you know, obviously against the guy completely, like, personally. He can do what he likes. I'm sure maybe in real life he's a great guy, but ultimately, I'm just saying there's so many better ways to learn through different YouTubers. I'm not going to advertise myself. I'm not one of them to learn great Rocket League tips from. I'm here as a casual, personally, but there's just so many other underrated YouTubers you can look up to, you can learn advice from. There's many underrated gems basically on Twitch as well, of guys doing replay analysis. There's just so many different things you can go over. There's so many underrated guys, and I'd urge you to try find them. Try find guys who are slightly smaller, because I think there's truly people out there who work really, really hard without editors, without big teams behind them, like the typical guide YouTuber does, like SpookLuke, like even like guys like Thanovic. But to be honest, Thanovic actually gave some half decent advice. So, but I think we're gonna wrap it up there. I think this has been a kind of different type of video. I think it's more of a conversational ramble kind of video. Of course, if you're not a big fan of this content, let me know. Obviously, I won't take it to heart. I try and make content which will suit your guys' needs. And to be honest, since most of my viewers are new viewers, they're not returning viewers, I try and make general content on Rocket League. I try broaden my horizons for Rocket League, and I try not get stuck on one specific genre. For example, the guide genre is just very, very hard for me to follow, and ultimately not very fruitful for me, because there's just so many guys out there who have more resources than me to make, you know, fancier guide videos. But that's it, guys. It's just a ramble, but we're gonna leave it there today. Thank you guys for watching. As always, really appreciate the support on this channel, and if you actually have watched up to this point in the video, then I have no words. Keep up the support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to stick around by subscribing. Consider also liking the video. That does help quite a lot the channel long term. And most importantly, have a good night or day wherever you are, and I will see you next time.